You are turning in 10-minute bulletin of Bình Phước Radio, television, and newspaper. You are with me, The Wang, and here are top news of today. Creating favorable environment for enterprises. Building ecosystem to leverage free trade agreements for cashew industry. Top legislator receive Japanese ambassador. Import and export revenue rises over 16% in 9 months. Working together to resolve legal issues and create a favorable business environment for enterprises was the theme of the 2024 Business and Law Forum, chaired by Deputy Prime Minister Lê Thành Long, who is also the chairman of the Central Council for Legal Education and Examination.
The forum centered on two major topics. The first was addressing legal issues related to land-use investment projects, including inconsistencies between legal documents governing investment and construction and challenges in regulatory implementation. It also discussed the timelines for preparing investment projects. The second topic focused on legal issues surrounding taxation, with proposals to amend procedures for VAT refunds, ensuring transparency and timely refunds for businesses in compliance with tax management laws. At the forum, 117 comments were raised on legal issues facing businesses. Ministries and departments reviewed and responded to these concerns, reaffirming their commitment to working alongside the business community to resolve legal difficulties. This collaborative effort aims to create a truly open and favorable environment for investment and business activities.
On October 9th, the Ministry of Industry and Trade, in cooperation with the Bình Phước Department of Industry and Trade, organized a discussion with business leaders from various provinces and cities to explore how to build an ecosystem that maximizes the benefits of free trade agreements, including the EU-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement, with a focus on the cashew industry.
According to Bình Phước Department of Industry and Trade, the EVFTA has offered opportunities to diversify markets and expand export products for businesses over the past 4 years. However, challenges remain. The discussion evaluated how the cashew industry is utilizing free trade agreements or FTAs, especially in planting, production, processing, and exporting to FTA partner markets. Participants discussed a plan to develop an ecosystem that leverages FTAs, including the roadmap for building it, its benefits, and criteria for participation. They also emphasized the importance of proactive engagement by enterprises and industry associations in the coming period.
At the 8th Congress of the Vietnam Youth Federation in Bình Phước Province, held under the theme Solidarity, Aspiration, Creativity, Development, the Federation outlined 10 key targets for the 2024 to 2029 term.
One notable goal is to connect 25 youth startup and innovation projects with businesses and investment funds, or to secure investment support. The Federation also aims to recruit 40,000 new members and establish 15 youth federation organizations in private enterprises, industrial parks, and dormitories. During the 2019-2024 term, the Bình Phước Youth Federation made significant contributions, such as completing 71 houses for ethnic minority youth under the 50 Youth Houses for Poor Ethnic Minorities project. The Supporting Youth in Starting Their Careers program funded 17 projects with a total of 4.32 billion Vietnam dong. Additionally, more than 16,200 young people access loans through the Social Policy Bank's credit program to boost economic development.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính is in Laos to attend the 44th and 45th ASEAN Summits and related meetings, joined to see the government leaders' activities.
At the plenary session on October 9th, ASEAN leaders discussed cooperation within ASEAN and between ASEAN and its partners. They noted that ASEAN cooperation over the past year continued to make many important strides, despite difficulties and challenges both within and outside the region. Addressing the event, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh expressed his gratitude for the support and solidarity shown by ASEAN countries. in addressing the aftermath of Typhoon Yagi, which affected several nations, including Vietnam. Prime Minister Truyền called on ASEAN member nations to foster unity and take resilience as the foundation to enter a new phase of development with new thinking and momentum and refreshed outlook. He stressed that more than ever, ASEAN must use resilience as a foundation for growth, connectivity as a focus for breakthroughs, and innovation as a driving force for leadership. Based on this, he shared key strategic directions for ASEAN's future development. Also on October 9th, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh and leaders of ASEAN countries and Timor-Leste had a retreat, discussing international and regional issues of mutual concern. The regional leaders emphasized the strategic significance of promoting connectivity and self-reliance, shared the importance of maintaining solidarity, unity, and the central role of ASEAN, and enhancing ASEAN's capacity to confidently seize opportunities and self-reliantly overcome challenges. Speaking at the meeting, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh suggested that ASEAN should unite, promote a common voice calling for an end to wars and conflicts, and seek solutions that bring peace on the basis of respect for international law. Regarding Myanmar, the Vietnamese leader affirmed that the solution for Myanmar must be decided by the people of Myanmar. He hoped that relevant parties in Myanmar would hold dialogues and negotiations to end the conflict, and ASEAN needs to promote its role as a bridge in this issue.
National Assembly Chairman Trần on October 9th received Japanese Ambassador to Vietnam, Ito Naoki. We have more in the following report.
Congratulating the ambassador with his tenure in Vietnam, Chairman Mann thanked Japan for its timely support to Vietnam in overcoming the consequences of Storm Yagi. He said that in the coming time, the two countries should strengthen cooperation in the fields of economy, trade, tourism, education and training, and healthcare. Regarding cooperation between the two parliaments, the host leader suggested that the two sides continue regular exchange delegations at all levels, especially high-level ones, and exchange experiences in various fields, while strengthening coordination and mutual support in regional and international interparliamentary forums. Thanking the National Assembly Chairman for the warm reception, Ambassador Ito Naoki asked the Vietnamese National Assembly to continue paying attention and creating favorable conditions for foreign investors, especially Japanese enterprises.
Revenue from import and export activity hit $579 billion in the first 9 months of 2024, a rise over 16% year-on-year, according to the General Statistics Office.
In the third quarter, export turnover was estimated at nearly $109 billion, up nearly 16% over the same period last year and 11% over the second quarter. Meanwhile, import turnover neared $100 billion, up 17% over the same period last year and 6% over the second quarter. The U.S. remained the largest export market of Vietnam with a revenue of nearly $90 billion. In the first 9 months of this year, Vietnam enjoyed a trade surplus of $78.5 billion with this market. Meanwhile, China was the biggest supplier of Vietnam with a value of $105 billion, resulting in a trade surplus of more than $61 billion for Vietnam. Vietnam posted a trade surplus of $2.3 billion in September and $20.8 billion the Jan-September period, higher than $22 billion recorded in the same period last year.
The 17th Bùi Xuân Phái for the Love of Hanoi Awards were presented at a ceremony held at the Temple of Literature in the capital city of October 8th, with the grand prize honoring architect Hoàng Đạo Kính.
Taking place on the special occasion of the 70th anniversary of the liberation of the capital, the awards this year became more meaningful and especially appreciated. This season, the grand prize was presented to architect Professor Dr. Hoàng Đạo Kính. He has contributed to restoring cultural and architectural landmarks nationwide, especially in Hanoi. Other awards included the Work Prize for Don Tizian's book on Hanoi's transformation, the Job Prize for Kenny G's music video Going Home, and the Idea Prize for a renovation project around Tien Quang Lake. The Boi Swan Phi Award for the Love of Hanoi is an annual award organized by the Sports and Culture newspaper. This year, the award becomes even more special as it takes place on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the liberation of the capital.
And that also wraps up our bulletin. Thanks for tuning in and goodbye for now.